Great afternoon, Team Champions. This is Tracee Randall. So excited to be talking today about the much awaited program process package that we're putting together for nonprofits and people that want to create ongoing fundraising. It could work for a school, it could work for a ministry, a nonprofit. It doesn't matter. Wherever people are looking into fundraising, this is going to be awesome. Welcome, welcome. I know that people are joining me, and I know that just like every day, we're kind of last minute letting you know when we're going to be doing these live videos here on Champions. But watch for our videos. Join us every single day, Monday through Friday, during the month of November, to share some insights about launching your business, the power of the launch. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I know that those of you that are leaders are excited about this information. It isn't rocket science, but we do believe that we've put together a nice letter that we can send out after we pique the interest of these nonprofits. I know that for those of you who've been around a while, from the beginning, while we were waiting patiently for the customer websites to go live, we talked to a lot of nonprofits, and I talked yesterday with Susan Johnston. If you missed that interview, you definitely want to go back and watch that really powerful interview with Susan Johnston, one of the leaders here in Team Champions. But in the beginning, we were so excited about what Inspire could do for women's health, how we could create an ongoing fundraising opportunity for nonprofits, that we did reach out to a lot of nonprofits. And I think that maybe piquing their interest was an awesome thing to do, but because the customer websites weren't active, it was a bit difficult for them to get their feet off the ground. Susan and I talked yesterday about how a nonprofit, if a woman owns a nonprofit, for example, that is her baby. That is her, her passion. That's her mission. And, funding that nonprofit is first and foremost priority. And they're not going to be the type of business builder that goes out and, like we do, and just talk about Inspire and build that business. So waiting and patiently for the customer websites to be launched, the time has come, I believe, for us to go back to those nonprofits and go out in search of new ones, and let's do some nonprofit launches and using Inspire, the Cherish Pad, as the fundraising opportunity. So what Carol has so amazingly done working today is a letter that she is putting together for you to follow up with the people that that you have spoken to, that you've piqued interest. Again, Susan Johnston gave some great insight that she doesn't spill the beans when she first meets someone. She doesn't just go through the whole thing. She just piques interest. So that interview from yesterday is going to be really, really important for you to listen to, because so many times we want to give it everything. And one of the things that I want you to remember again is that these nonprofits, if it's too complicated of a situation, they're less likely to do it. Why? Again, because they are out there promoting their nonprofit. But each and every one of them is typically struggling with fundraising. Even the very large ones are struggling, not to mention the smaller ones, where a woman just has a heart for, a small group of people. It doesn't matter how large or small in other words, the nonprofit is or the ministry is. Every one of them need extra funding. So what we've done is we've created a flyer, a simple flyer, and what we're offering them is a couple of things that we think will make us unique. The first thing that you need to do is set the appointment to talk to the person in charge. Set an appointment to talk on the phone or in person, depending on who and where they are. And if you need help with the initial time that you speak with someone, invite me or Carol as part of your upline, or if you have, an upline leader, invite one of us to be on the phone to share this information. It's always really great to have that third-party edification, and to edify that person that will be speaking to the person in charge of that fundraiser. So, Carol and I do this all the time. We're equally talented in speaking to people about Inspire, but if she's made a connection, she typically will edify me. And if I've made a connection, I'll edify her. So the power of edification is hugely important. And what you just want to say is, wow, I'm working with a business partner who's been extremely successful in helping nonprofits such as yours to create an ongoing fundraiser with a product that will blow you away. And that's it. And again, listening to what Susan says in yesterday's interview is hugely important. So after you've set the appointment, what we're going to share with them is absolutely the power of the Cherish Pad. And if a woman is listening, especially if they have a ministry, a women's ministry, or they're dealing with teenage girls or anything to do with women, when they hear the power of this pad, they're going to naturally be excited. But how can they use it in the fundraising realm? Well, here's what we know. Every single person needs, every woman needs a sanitary pad. To get your contributors to even donate $5 a month, $10 a month, $20 a month, it's almost impossible. So they're constantly having to search for ways to fundraise. But what if the people that support that nonprofit, either through volunteering or are part of their emailing list, or are part of the people, the group of people who have partnered with them in some way in the past, what if they purchased their sanitary pads for their own personal use from the website link of that nonprofit? I'll give you an example. As most of you know, we're affiliated with Bob Wright, the founder of the American Anti-Cancer Institute, and he absolutely endorses the Cherish Pad. It's the first time in the history of the American AACI that he's actually created a partnership such as this, and he saw the value of creating a customer link. He paid the $35, and now it's a matter of marketing to the people out there in his center of influence that want to support the AACI that he is using the Cherish Pad as a fundraiser. And all the people have to do is go to his customer website and purchase their pads, and the AACI receives all of the commissionable profits, which is pretty powerful. So, for a nonprofit, even an extra $100 a month residually is huge, and that's less than 100 customers. What we know is that for every 5 to 10 customers, they're going to bring 5 to 10 more, and so on and so on. So it's really easy for this to grow. But we've also made it easy. We are going to, show them how, if they have a website, they can create a button where people can go right there to their website that's already existing, attach that button to their own customer website, and here it says purchase Inspire products for themselves with 40% of commissionable volume or the proceeds going to the cause. So you just create a button on your website, and and then it's just a matter of sending out the video. They could do an email campaign, which actually I plan on creating an email campaign for the AACI, which we'll share with you, and you can share with your nonprofits. Carol, while I'm thinking about it, I'm just going to say this out loud. We need to add that we will create an email campaign so that they don't have to do it themselves to this letter. And I know you've already put it out there, but I remembered that. I just remembered that that's a key component. So we'll create an email campaign. All they have to do is plug and play. They just put in their website, on the email, and we'll create a series of 1 email a month. That's just 12 emails. That's simple. I can do that, and I'm going to be doing it for the AACI anyway. So all they'll have to do is change just a couple of things, and they can create their own email campaign, and then they just send it out. What's going to happen is that the people that they send it out to will at some point watch the video. At some point they'll see the value of wanting to purchase it for themselves, and the proceeds go right there to that nonprofit. And we know what's happens. As soon as someone does purchase the product, they get hooked on it. They're always going to be, sharing it. And, people are struggling a bit financially in the world that we live in, and having just that extra $5, $10, $20 a month for a nonprofit that they support, and they're pulled in 1,000 different directions. So this is a no-brainer. Another thing that I love is that we have created a great social media graphic, and it's, again, plug and play. And for any nonprofits that are part of our organization, we will just, if they send us their logo and their website, we'll create a graphic for them that they can use on social media. They can put it on the emails, attach it to the emails. They can, put it on their website. And this graphic will be very simple, just explaining, just real simple. Carol's already created. It's awesome. In fact, it's on the letter that we're going to send, that, that we'll create that graphic for them. They just need to provide us, again, with their logo and their website, customer website with Inspire. We'll also, because they're part of the Team Champions team, Carol and I know the leaders of Inspire, that, whoever sponsors that nonprofit, we're going to let them know that we're going to promote them. We're going to put them into our database. We're going to, no promises of how often or anything like that, but we'll have a list of the nonprofits that are part of Team Champions, and we'll promote them on social media. We'll send some out on some of our emails, because guess what? When people buy their sanitary pads from those nonprofits that are part of our team, we all benefit. So Carol and I will create somewhat of a social media campaign, and you as the sponsor will want to do that too, and let them know you've got a center of influence. You're going to let your center of influence know about them and how people can support them, and it benefits you. It's a win-win situation. So many times it's so much easier to promote an organization rather than yourself. So if you are part of Inspire, and you might feel more comfortable saying, hey, I've just partnered with such and such nonprofit. They are using the Cherish pad as part of their ongoing campaign. If you haven't ordered the Cherish pad from me yet, go ahead and make the purchase. What's going to happen is the nonprofit is going to love it. It's going to get them excited. They'll start getting customers, and guess what's going to happen? They're going to tell other nonprofits about this. It's a win-win situation. So, of course, the nonprofit will purchase the $35 distributor fee just like anyone else. Bob Wright, founder of the AACI, did that right in the beginning. He set up his website, and he paid his $35. He's actually gotten several people to partner with him through social media, even before the customer websites came up. But guess what's really exciting? We just launched Bob Wright last night with an interview we did with him, and he already has a customer that has purchased from his website, which is really, really exciting for a nonprofit. He actually sent me the email today saying, check this out. So they're going to get excited. If you have a nonprofit or ministry that you're working with that does work with women, then another option is that we can help them, show them how people can actually donate specifically for the purchase of Inspire Cherish pads. So for example, we would have a donate here to purchase feminine hygiene products for the women that we work with or minister to. So they'll have three options. They can just donate like they always do. They can purchase their own products and the proceeds go to the ministry or nonprofit, or they can just donate $5 to buy a package of pads for one of the girls, for one of the women. So there's a couple of different ways, but Carol has simplified it on this awesome little letter here that I've got on my clipboard. And here's what we're going to do. Carol, I believe, is going to put the letter in.
It's already there in the corrected version.
The corrected version is already there in the files on Champions. And later tonight, I can't promise when because I got a crazy night, I'm going to send out an email to all the distributors that are part of my email blast with that letter attached to it. And all you have to do is change your contact information. Now, here's what at the bottom of the letter. Now, here's what I believe. I don't believe that just sending out the letter is going to get anyone's attention. You've got to do your work. You've got to do the work. You've got to, contact that leader of the organization. You've got to, set the appointment to talk to them, either with a three-way with me or Carol or one of the, your upline, and you've got to really get. I actually was doing an email response to one of our team leaders earlier today, and she was just asking me about something, and I said, you know what? What is it that you need to have? Here's what you need to have to be successful and inspire: pads and passion. Pads and passion. Places that you can go with the passion that you have about this company is going to be huge, but you've got to be passionate about what we have. So when you start talking to that nonprofit, you've got to be so excited, so fired up. And you know what I would do? I would go and listen to the video that I did on Team Champions YouTube playlist, the compensation plan. Why? Because I talk about customers and the residual income that can be, the residual income that can be produced through the acquisition of just customers. It's a six-figure monthly income that this compensation plan provides. And so you want to be visionaries, people. You want to be so passionate about the vision of Inspire and the mission of Inspire that your excitement is contagious. In my first direct sales company, I was so green. I was so, and I don't mean hat wearing green, I mean just green when it came to the training. And what they would do is they would have the new people get up and do the front half of the meeting on Saturday morning. And then a more seasoned person would do the second half on Saturday mornings. That was our training day. And this was in person back in the olden days in 2007, 8, 9, and 10, when we didn't have the internet, Zooms, and all that. And I would, on my day, I would get up, and you know me, I would be so fired up and passionate about the product. Susan Johnston remembers that. So fired up about the product, so fired up about what we had. People would just be like sitting on the edge of their seats. And people would say, oh my gosh, how do you get so excited? And like Marla just said, how do you not get so excited, right? How do you not? But people are going to buy into your passion. They're going to buy into your vision. If you can cast a vision with these nonprofits that they can create ongoing fundraising that's going to fuel their dream, oh my goodness. You have done something so powerful. And I believe with everything in my spirit and heart that this will work. This is the one thing that will work because women want and need this product. So to recap, later tonight, I'm going to send an email with the attachment. If after I have sent the email to all the distributors on my email blast, I'm going to put a post in Champion saying, I just sent out an email. If you didn't get an email, that's when I want you to shoot me back one that says, add me, so that you're a part of my email blast. I know there are a lot of people that aren't on my email blast that have joined 2, 3, 4 levels deep, and that's great. And let me just say this, if you've got a plugged in upline and they're forwarding the email that I send out, it's as good as gold, no worries. But you should be getting an email from me or a forwarded email tonight. And if you don't, after I've posted that in Champions that I've sent it, I want you on my email list so that we can stay connected. This is going to be awesome. Now, we won't make a graphic for one of the nonprofits until they've paid their $35 and are officially distributors with Inspire, and then we'll, and then we'll start the campaign. We'll help them, and it's their decision if they want to put it on their website or how they want to do it. But at the end of the day, if we make this simple, we can create some incredible ongoing funding for these nonprofits. Now, I have been posting in the American Anti-Cancer Institute Facebook page some of the different ways that Bob Wright is promoting. I'm actually in charge of his social media, so that makes it pretty easy. You are welcome to go there. You should go there anyway and like the page, and that way you'll get notifications. And I do post as the American Anti-Cancer Institute, but you can be guaranteed that if it's a post about the Cherish Pad or fundraising or anything like that, it is my post. But you can actually use those posts for your own, benefit. You can share his, or you can, duplicate some of those posts if you like them. I think that's really important. So, and actually, you could even use that Facebook page to show your nonprofits, what we've created for the AACI. And then once we create more and other nonprofits come aboard officially and we have their graphics, we'll have so much fun cross promoting and really inspiring all of these nonprofits to work together. I love this idea. Now remember this. Your number one thing that you should be doing is not going out there recruiting nonprofits, not looking for wellness centers to partner with. It's the everyday woman like me and you. It's that everyday woman that's going to be, your most valuable asset. She probably knows some nonprofits. So, get out there, do the hustle. Win. Don't lose your own personal vision, in this process. And don't spend a lot of time, working on that cold market. Get in your hot market, your warm market. Ask for referrals. Brand yourself. Do all the things that we've been talking about since November 6th when we started Inspire Insights. The power of the launch. All right, so we've been actually also posting these videos on a YouTube playlist called The Power of the Launch. So you can go there and find all of the posts that we've done, with the exception of yesterday's, which I will do tonight as well, along with this one. So I'm excited. I know you are too. I can see it. I can tell you're excited. So let's go do this. Bye, everybody. See you tomorrow sometime.